Welcome back to Diving into Watches, and today we are talking about a dive watch that has literally been making waves, pun intended, since the day it's been released. It's sleek, it's elegant, it's classic military design. The watch we're talking about is a Tudor Pelagos FXD. Some would say it's one of the best dive watches on the market today, but this watch is not for everyone. So stick around and find out why, and let's go over to the bench and take a look at the Tudor Pelagos FXD. Okay, folks, here we are over on the bench. We're going to take a much deeper look into the Tudor Pelagos and all its coolness and what makes it such a unique dive watch. But before we do that, let's go ahead and jump into the dimensions real quick. It is a case diameter of 42 millimeters. It is a lug width of 22 millimeters. It is a lug to lug of 52 millimeters and a case thickness of 12.75. It has a ceramic bezel, and it also has a sapphire crystal. I took it off the strap so we could see what really makes this watch so unique and what makes it so attractive and unattractive to people also. It is that fixed lug. There is a whole reason behind that fixed lug, and it has to do with the durability of the watch, keeping the watch secure, not losing the pins. Now, people say you could use NATO straps, but in the military aspect, NATO straps are always not going to be the perfect thing, and a single pass-through is always going to work best. And it makes it a much, much secure, solid watch. That's what's so unique about that fixed lug, the FXD, that this one and the Marine Nationale watch has. It is an embezzle. I'm sorry, not embezzle. It has the Tudor crown it has the Tudor emblem on the crown. It has a 120 click unidirectional bezel. The rotation is just absolutely fantastic. It's solid, it's firm, it's very tactile, it's not gritty. It's exactly what you expect. The CQ is perfect. It lines up excellent at the top. You have the Tudor Genève, and then all the writing on the watch is printed. The indices are, can't really tell. I want to say the indices are, the indices are applied. It's a super luminova bright. I'll make sure that you do see the lume shots, no doubt about it. And then you have the ceramic bezel. One of the unique things about this one is that you even have the minute indicators between the 0 and the 10. And most time you don't have that on dive watches. On this one you do. Many people's complaints about this one is it's only 200 meters, which is 600 feet. There's several reasons for that. One is most military operations that are diving are not going to go below 200 feet. And also the maximum depth that you can go with, I think it's called the Draeger. It's the rebreather system that's SF and the SEALs use. You can't go more than, I think it's more than 33 feet on it, which creates no bubbles. So that's also going to limit, you don't need a deep dive watch because most of your military operations, you're never going to go below, 200 meters, 600 feet. You're not even going to go below 200 feet. So that makes cool. It's an all titanium case. It is a solid case back. Obviously, you don't want to display case back in that type of watch, but you got the manufacturer, Tudor, Genève, caliber, manufacturer, and the Tudor name on it. You've got the serial number over there, and then you've got I think that's the model and the serial number. The movement is an MT5602. It's really hard to get information on Tudor's movements, so I'm not going to be able to put it on the time grapher because I don't know the lift angle of this one. It's a challenge to get any of. They're very, very tight-lipped about their in-house movements. They make their own movements. I think they also make movements for other watches outside of Tudor themselves. I think they make it under the Kinesi. I think it's the Kinesi brand. So there's a lot of high-end watches that the Tudor movements under the Kinesi brand name go into. So that one makes this a really cool watch. Just a little backstory on the Tudor Pelagos. The Tudor supplied watches to the United States Navy since the late 1950s, and including diving watches that were used by SEAL teams from 1962 until the 1980s. And then they discontinued and they started moving into your G-Shock and your more digital watches. Can you imagine being able to get your hands on one of those original watches? I had read a story No, I was actually watching, no, it was a video I watched. I'll have to find it on YouTube, but they were interviewing one of the SEALs back in the day, early 80s, and they said that he was given a bag full of the Tudor watches and told to go out and smash them. And he had to go out and smash all these watches. And he said at the time he had no idea that what he was doing was, so sacrilege, and had he, probably would have kept some, but apparently they were not going to release them because they were a U.S. military issue, just like the Speedmasters that the astronauts got. They didn't belong to them. They didn't get to keep them. They belonged to NASA, and they had to turn them back in after each flight. So the watches became part of the Navy. They had to turn them back in. And then they obviously moved into G-Shock. So I'll make sure that you get some different video shots. But this is just such a fantastic watch. I've worn this watch for about 6 months now, and it competes daily for watch use. From my other watches, it's probably at least every other day that this is, if not every day, this watch is on. The matte black finish is incredible. The snowflake hands, the little snowflake emblem on there. The lume is incredible. It's super lumen over bright. The bezel and the hands and the seconds hand and the indices are all lumed. The lume is incredible. It lasts for a very, very long time. It is very light. It is very comfortable on the wrist. The lug to lug, because of this bar, and the pass-through straps, it makes it ride a little bit more out on the wrist. And I'll make sure that you see this, you see the wrist shots, but I'll show wrist shots. I mean, it doesn't overhang, but with the way the material comes down through, it kind of makes the watch ride a little bit high on the wrist. But it's an absolutely fantastic watch, gorgeous watch. I think these are still going for, I think these go for about 4,100 retail. I've seen them on Joma Shop new. I think 2022 or 2023, because you're only 2 years old. Miles, I think, got them right now like 3,600, so they're on the discount. But I'm sure you could pick these up on the used market. But definitely a very, very cool watch. It's definitely not for everybody, and obviously the main reason is the fixed lugs. If you're more of a bracelet person and you want that more traditional style of a dive watch, then this is going to be a watch you're probably not going to be interested in. You're going to want to go more towards the other Tudor Pelagoses that don't have the fixed lug, and it is on a bracelet that you can put on a nail strap. I wear this one on a NDC's M&N strap, military NATO national strap, military national strap, and I absolutely love it on that. It does come with 2 other straps that you'll see video of. That's the one that comes on, it's green with the red striping on it. That's a Velcro strap. I don't wear that one. It's a little bit big because I have a 6¼ inch wrist, so it's got a little bit too much material, but I like it. And then it also comes with a single pass-through rubber strap with the typical buckle and pin that works great, and it's rubberized, so you can wear it in the water. But this one you wear in the water also, absolutely no issues. So let's go back over to the studio and give you my final thoughts and wrap up this outstanding, incredible watch and why it is such a great, great watch. And if you're into military style watches or anything that pays homage to the Marine Nationale blue one, I think they still issue those to the French Navy. And then this one that is a homage to the Navy SEALs, a military watch. You're going to want to pick these up. I would have definitely wore this when I was on active duty and deployment, but this came out 2 years after I retired. So let's go back over the studios and wrap up my final thoughts on the Tudor Pelagos FXD. Well, there you go. There's the in-depth review of the Tudor Pelagos FXD. What do you think? Is it a watch that you could see yourself wearing? Do you think it's one that fits that wheelhouse? Do you agree with it's one of the best dive watches out there, period? Or are you on the side that it's just not for you? You like the style of the more traditional dive watch and you just can't see yourself wearing this watch? Either way, let me know what you think down in the comments. Hit that thumbs up, give me that big thumbs up so we can drive it out to more people. Hit that subscribe button, because viewers just like you, this channel keeps growing, and we appreciate it, everything from the bottom of our heart. As always, be kind, do the right thing, be kind to others, as you don't know the battles they're fighting. And you guys stay safe, have a great weekend, and as always, I'm diving into watches, and I'm out.